as some of y'all know, I do enjoy some films about the legendary character known as Robin Hood. And there was a film I failed to do a review of not so long ago to commemorate its anniversary. Let's talk about Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, which celebrated its 30th anniversary this year. Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name's Doyle, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1991 action-adventure flick Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, released by Warner Brothers for Morgan Creek. This, of course, being their first film with the studio. This, of course, is based on the English folktale of Robin Hood that originated in the 12th century. Directed by Kevin Reynolds, starring Kevin Costner in the title role, along with Morgan Freeman, Christian Slater, Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, and Alan Rickman. The screenplay was written by Penn Denson and John Watson. Anyway, let's get into our story, as I'll tell you more about this later. In 1194, at the end of the Third Crusade, Richard the Lionheart, King of England, is visiting France. Well, you know what I mean. This leaves the cruel Sheriff of Nottingham, aided by his cousin, Guy of Gisborne, the evil witch Mortinia, and the corrupt Bishop of Hereford, to rule the land. The Lord of Locksley Castle is killed by the sheriff's men for remaining loyal to King Richard and refusing to join their gang. His lost son, Robin of Locksley, has followed the King's crusade and spent 5 years in an Ayyubid, I'm sorry if I mispronounced that correctly, prison in Jerusalem. Robin and his comrade Pierre Dubois break out of prison, saving the life of a Moor named Azim. Mortally wounded, Pierre makes Robin swear to protect his sister Marion and distracts the pursuers so Robin can escape. And he returns to England with Azim, who has vowed to accompany him until his life debt is repaid. After a run-in with Gisborne, Robin goes home and finds his father's rotted corpse on display in the ruined castle. Duncan, an old family retainer, blinded by Gisborne, tells him how his father was falsely accused of devil worship. The sheriff consults Mortinia, who foresees King Richard's return and panics that Robin and Azim will be Ardents. Robin tells Marion of Pierre's death and his promise, but Marion sees little need for his protection and is determined to stay and look after the people on her domestic. I'm sorry I mispronounced that one. They flee the sheriff's forces to hide in Sherwood Forest and encounter an outlaw band also in hiding. Little John is their leader, and Will Scarlet holds a grudge against Robin. Robin assumes command of the outlaws, shaping them into a formidable force against Nottingham. They rob rich folk passing through the forest and distribute the stolen wealth and food among the poor. Friar Tuck joins them once he understands their cause. Marion offers Robin any aid she can, and they begin to fall in love. Anyway, Robin's successes infuriate the sheriff, who worsens his abuse of the public, but which increases their support for Robin. The sheriff kills Gisborne for failing to stop the outlaws and hires vicious mercenary Celtic warriors. The bishop betrays Marion after she gives him a message warning King Richard of Nottingham's plots, and she is taken prisoner. Duncan rides to Sherwood, but is followed. The sheriff burns the outlaws' hideout and captures many. Robin is presumed dead. To consolidate his power and claim the throne, the sheriff proposes to Marion, who is Richard's cousin, claiming that if she accepts, he will spare the lives of the woodsmen and their families. Marion reluctantly agrees, but the ringleaders are to be hanged anyway as part of the wedding celebration. Will bargains with the sheriff that he will find if Robin is alive and kill him. Will informs Robin, Azim, John, and a few other survivors of the sheriff's plans, but does not trust Robin because he is Robin's half-brother. He explains that after Robin's mother died, his father had taken comfort with a peasant woman. Robin's anger over what he saw as a betrayal of his mother's memory caused his father to leave Will's mother, leaving Will fatherless. Robin is overjoyed to learn that he has a brother, and they reconcile. Yep. Alright, now for the ending. As always, you know the procedure. Alright, you've got 5 seconds to stop this video. Go to the description box below and fast forward to the time below to avoid ending spoilers. If you've seen the movie already, continue on. Here we go. Okay, you've been warned. On the wedding day, Robin and his men infiltrate Nottingham Castle and free the prisoners. Azim inspires the Nottingham peasants to revolt, forcing the sheriff to retreat with Marion into his keep. The bishop performs the marriage, and the sheriff is about to consummate it when Robin bursts in and kills him in a fierce fight. Azim sacrifices himself to kill Mastrantonio in defense of Robin, fulfilling his life debt. Tuck finds the bishop fleeing with bags of gold and burdens him with additional treasure while defenestrating him. Robin and Marion profess their love for each other, and their wedding in Sherwood is paused by the return of King Richard, who gives the bride away and thanks Robin for saving his throne. End of story. So what did I think of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? Well, it had been a long time since I last saw this movie, but I finally got to see the movie on Tubi earlier this summer, and I will say it's good in some ways. Now, I can understand that this film was met with mixed reviews when it got released on June 14th of 1991. Now, everybody did like some of the cast performances, but it was Kevin Costner's performance really was criticized. The same thing with the screenplay and the overall execution. Nevertheless, the film went on to become a box office success, as it went on to make $390 million worldwide, which made it the second highest grossing film of '91, just right behind Terminator 2: Judgment Day. Anyway, now our cast includes, aside from Kevin Costner as Robin, I'm going to say his performance of Robin Hood is kind of a mixed bag. It's a little bit, yeah, at times. Now, Morgan Freeman is Azim, and I must say his performance was very good. And the same thing goes for Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, who recently did the sci-fi flick for James Cameron. Of course, that was The Abyss, and of course, she was also in Scarface. I gotta say, she was absolutely amazing as Marion. I mean, I like this one part where she kind of, I think, blows into Robin's ear when he's trying to practice shooting his arrow. Oh man, that's classic. I tell you what, Christian Slater plays Will Scarlet, pretty good. But I have to give credit for Alan Rickman, may he rest in peace, as the Sheriff of Nottingham. This was probably another great performance. Of course, this would be the second movie I know him of as the bad guy, long before he played Professor Snape in the Harry Potter franchise, which I'll be reviewing that later on this November. Of course, he was more recently the bad guy in Die Hard, which I'll also be reviewing soon on my channel, possibly in December. Just stay tuned. Details to follow in the future, alright? Let's see, we have Geraldine McEwen as Mastrantonio. Not too bad. Michael McShane plays Friar Tuck. Brian Bless is Lord Locksley. We also have Michael Wincott, Nick Brimble, Harold Innocent. Oh, the list goes on. Heck, we even have Jack Wild, who of course most of y'all knew him best as Jimmy from H.R. Pufnstuf in the Pufnstuf movie, and also from Oliver. Yeah, he was in that movie as well. I haven't reviewed that. And we have Sean Connery as King Richard, but of course he was uncredited though. Nonetheless, I really did. like this for certain reasons. Now, its story is kind of a mixed bag too. I do agree with the story, but overall, I did like the fun sequences. Now, its overall execution, yeah, I kind of do agree that it could just use just a little spin and polish, though. But overall, it was still fun in some ways. The film ran for almost 2.5 hours. I think it could use just a tiny bit of trim, but hey, that was their doing, so, well, who am I kidding? Now, also, later on, there would be a special extended cut of the film, which was about 12 minutes longer than this. I haven't seen it though. You can find it on this special edition DVD. Probably for that might be still at a good price, or if you find it used, that came out in 2003. It also got included on the Blu-ray release in 2009. Another good thing about this movie is its soundtrack, done by Michael Kamen, who really did a great job, as well as the intro song, which would later become the actual fanfare for Morgan Creek. Of course, that's James G. Robinson's company. Of course, this was their first attempt with Warner Brothers, after they had formerly worked with Fox. Anyway, but nonetheless, I must agree that it was really good. The score was great, but I gotta give credit to the theme song for its big theme song, which was the hit single "Everything I Do It for You," done by Canadian singer Bryan Adams, which was nominated for an Oscar for Best Original Song and won the Grammy for Best Song written for Visual Media. It also has sung by Jeff Lynne of ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. He did the song Wild Times. So anyway, music's pretty good. So even being a mixed bag with the story and Kevin Costner's performance and its execution, but with good performances from Alan Rickman and Morgan Freeman, and heck, even Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio, it still makes it a little bit of a fun experience. So in the end, would I recommend Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? Well, I'd say give it a one-time watch. But if you're not satisfied with it, stick with a different version of Robin Hood. Oh well, I'd much rather rewatch this over the more recent 2018 version. I've seen that version. I think it was okay, but it wasn't as good though. I'd rather rewatch it over this one. I haven't seen the Russell Crowe Robin Hood though, but there's always the chance I will. So anyway, enough said about that. What are your thoughts on Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves? You can tell me in the comments section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe to my channel, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Alright, and stay tuned for my next few videos, my next video will be the Wide World of Game Shows episode on... Also, this weekend, aside from my next Saturday morning TV log which will be Space Stars, look for my next live stream, and I hope you all will be there because it's going to be on Orphan. Yes, I'm going to be watching that and doing a live stream. And I just hope my security will be there to protect me from trolls. But if not, excuse me, I'll handle it. Mark my words. Sorry, everyone. But anyway, thank you for watching, and if you like this, you may want to check out some of these other videos I've done. In the upper left-hand corner, if you want some more Robin Hood, see my review of Disney's animated classic of Robin Hood with animals, of course, in the upper left-hand corner. In the upper right-hand corner is my review for one of the flicks I was talking about, The Abyss from 1989, which Mary Elizabeth Mastrantonio was in. Or if you want something else, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review for the underrated Disney sci-fi classic Flight of the Navigator. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.